They not like us. And 50 Cent and Rick Ross have been having beef for decades. Once again, it's not real beef. 50 Cent has had some real beefs. The dude's been shot 9 times because he made a rap song called Ghetto Quran where, he says it's not snitching because all that information was out there. But he basically told on Supreme and his brother Prince, two of the leaders of the Supreme team, a drug dealing crew out of Jamaica, Queens, that was notorious in the 80s and 90s. And that was the reason why he was shot 9 times. There's some other stuff that goes into it, but basically, it's basically about that song. And 50 Cent is keen about calling somebody else a rat. And I'm a 50 Cent fan, not much for his music anymore. He could put out music right now, and I'm like, I might listen to it, might not. I'm a fan of his business acumen. I think that business, he has a business mind. Everything he touches turns to gold. He has a finger on the pulse of what drives people's attention, how he can get attention. He's a hell of a marketer. I mean, these New York cats, they know how to market themselves, right? Whether it's the person that's occupying the Oval Office, whether it's 50 Cent, whether it's Tekashi 6ix9ine, whether it's Al Capone, who's originally from New York, I know, based out of Chicago, but originally from New York. These New Yorkers know how to spit game and talk fast. And 50's had a lot of beefs through the years, but now he is burning the show down because Big Meech was going to be on a concert, was being promoted, was going to get some bread, was going to get some money from this concert that Rick Ross, an enemy of 50 Cent, was a part of. So where does this all put Little Meech? Because Little Meech, Big Meech's son, is playing Big Meech in the TV series BMF. So Little Meech reached out to 50 Cent, and he was just basically saying through text messages, hey man, what are you doing unfollowing me on Instagram and doing all this other stuff, talking this stuff about my dad? My dad was just doing this stuff because he was getting a bag, to float us over into the season, when the new season started. And you know me personally, why are you acting this way? And 50 Cent, being the petty individual that he is, decided to post this all on the internet for everybody to read, and then said, what show? Basically saying that the show is not going to come back because he has the power of the executive producer and the owner of the TV series to just say, hey, not only did your dad was going to get a little bit of cash from this concert and burned the millions of dollars that I've given him because of this show. 50 says it's about $5 million. Why is Big Meech broke when $5 million is coming to the family? I don't know the specifics. I don't know what's true and not true. They have gotten some money because they're doing the show, right? You're broke. You need a little bit of bread to float you over. Okay. You've been in jail. Maybe you don't know that 50 Cent and Rick Ross have beef. Somebody in your circle needed to tell you that 50 Cent and Rick Ross has beef, and it might not be a good idea for you to take pictures with your main financial benefactor's enemy. I don't know. That to me makes sense. I would understand why 50 Cent will feel a certain type of way when I have been funding you, funding your family. He sent Little Meech to acting school, right? To learn how to act so that he could play his father. 50 Cent accused Little Meech of being drunk on the set, forgetting lines, even saying that he paid for Little Meech to go to rehab. If all this stuff is true, if what 50 Cent is saying is true, and I don't take 50 Cent as a liar, an embellisher, maybe, but not a liar. And people are going to say, well, what's the difference? There's a difference. In the Black community, we call it putting 100 on 10. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you a prime example. I might have rode my bike for 10 miles, stopped and got me a sandwich. I was exhausted and came on home. That's the truth of the story. How I might tell the story is I went 10 miles. It was crazy out there. Almost got hit by a car. The pedal hit me in my ankle. I had to stop, walk my bike to the sandwich shop. They didn't have what I wanted. You know, I wanted a meatball sandwich, but they didn't have all the meatballs. How you not gonna have all the meatballs at the Subway? So I had to get me a BLT sandwich because, you know, I needed some pork. So I got me a BLT sandwich, and then I decided to walk on home. And as I'm walking home, I dropped the sandwich on the ground. Ain't that about it? Now there's some embellishment.
Join the conversation and follow the Unsolicited Perspectives podcast on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your audio podcasts.